Hello everyone and welcome back to Airport CEO. We have a lot planned for today, so we're going to dive right in. A few fixes that are going to make, and I've also just made off camera. First of all, these check-ins were not connected to a baggage bay, so they weren't actually doing anything. So I just went through and make sure that all these are now connected. Same with the self-check-ins. Actually, now that I look at these as well, they are not connected to the baggage bay, so these weren't being used, so the whole point of building them was to expand our check-in capacity. And yeah, I kind of missed out on that one. So as well, kind of after I finished the last episode, I was looking at our plans to go international and realizing that this tile is not available for unlocking. What I'd like to do instead is actually come through and remove this stand. So I'm going to take this pushback vehicle and we're just going to have it go sit in this vehicle depot for now, because we're not going to use this stand. So we're going to turn it off, which it already is, and then we're going to mark it for demolition. And it's going to be okay, because actually what we needed here instead was an aircraft hangar anyways, because I also had forgotten that. So we'll get this all slated to be removed, as well as the terminal, because again, we're not going to use any of this. So we'll have that removed, and I think as well, yeah, we'll come up and delete a bunch of this as well, because we're not going to use this gate. So we'll just kind of cut it off there, and then we'll see. I might actually need to leave some foundation there, so right about there is where that ended. So we'll make sure to have our foundation here, and then I'll stop this from being deleted, because don't want our airport caving in. Not that I think it would, but anyways, we also don't need these walls internal here, so we'll remove those, and then we'll just clean up the wall real quick and get that connected together. So we'll get our contractors working on that. Hopefully they'll make their way over soon. So what we're going to be planning on today is actually just another expansion, and we're going to be kind of looking at how can we do this within the constraints of this tiles that we have unlocked. We cannot afford another tile yet, which I'd love to build another medium runway here, but it's just not going to work out quite yet. So I would like to actually sort of rejig the terminal a little bit and move a few things around. We're probably going to end up removing the general aviation aircraft. Kind of as airports grow and they get into more international size, you would probably see general aviation maybe move to a more secondary airport if it's closer by. This happens maybe a lot in, I'm just trying to think of examples off the top of my head, maybe even in the New York area, you know, you kind of have Teterboro and that kind of stuff. Some of these maybe more secondary airports instead of people coming into, say, JFK or LaGuardia. Same thing in Dallas. You're going to have Dallas-Fort Worth. That's mostly going to be international traffic and more flights, whereas maybe Dallas-Love Field, you're going to see more of the general aviation aircraft. So all that to say, we have a lot of planning we need to do before we can actually build anything. So we also need to make sure that we're making some money. In terms of aircraft, we are kind of sitting fully planned right now, which is great. So our flight capacity is fine. We aren't going to be missing out on that extra stand because everything is kind of fully booked already. So let's sort of just dive into what we're going to be working on, and we'll kind of just keep an eye on waiting for this stand to be removed so that we can get our new hangar placed. But if we come down here, we have a fuel depot sitting here, and we have a lot of things, and basically what we would maybe be looking at is moving a terminal expansion through here as well, just to kind of connect some more general aviation, or sorry, small gates down here. We'll probably remove some of the gates, and then we'll have some more of the medium stands come through here, and then we can add our international zone maybe on this side as well. So there's a lot of sort of planning and moving that we're going to be doing. So we're in planning mode right now, and we're gonna sort of remove a few things. So we do have another Jet A1 fuel depot already, so we'll go ahead and mark that for demolition. We do have an avgas one as well. We're actually just going to turn that off, so we'll close that depot, and then if we come into our operations tab here, we're going to turn off our 100 low lead fuel service for now, because we're just not going to need that. And then we have our emergency response station here, so we're going to relocate that one. So we'll come into our infrastructure here, and we'll just see, I can remember where that hides. think it would be there, but I think it's somewhere. Catering, airside shuttle. Sometimes I build stuff and then I don't build anything for a while and I start to forget where these things are located, and sometimes, yeah, they're where I'm not expecting them to be. So we do have this space over here for the emergency response unit, so we'll place that maybe right here because we will have to build and remove some fencing over here. We're also going to get the police station because we haven't built that yet, and so we'll have that there as well. Then we'll just plan out our service roads real quick, so they need to be kind of connected in the front, like so, and then when we have the time, we'll connect these roads together as well over here. I do see that this stand has been removed now, so we can come through and place the hangar. Let's see if we have enough space before I build in the last bit of terminal again. I just don't want to run out of space. Yeah, so perfect. So that'll fit here. So we'll connect that there to the taxiway. We'll go ahead and go into our build plan object mode, and we'll have that get built right away. We'll also make sure that we have our service road here connecting the hangar, and then we can definitely build in that last little bit of terminal that is missing as well, just right along there, and that should work out perfectly. I'll just remove some of those extra walls that it likes to add. Also make sure that our fencing is available here as well, so we'll just build that right across there. So we've got these planned in for now. So coming back over here, it looks like that's finally getting removed. We're gonna probably need to remove the hangar at some point as well, but I think I'd like to try and hold on to it if I can. So I think one thing we can also maybe look at is we'll just have to turn off general aviation in general, and we'll have to start kind of kicking them out, which is unfortunate because we do benefit from the money, but this will at least stop the aircraft from coming in. So we'll kind of run that in 3-speed, and while we're kind of waiting for these aircraft to clear out, we'll go ahead and just turn off if it would let me know. They've got active flights coming in, so once these general aviation aircraft come in and depart again, we should be good to go. But what I was thinking is down below, actually, we can do some more planning here. So we're gonna come in and grab an outside world entrance tunnel. We'll have that come right maybe somewhere around here, and we'll have another one just leaving down here as well. And then we'll come back into our planning mode, and with our service roads, or public roads I should say, we'll just connect that all the way down here. We don't need that line there. And right to here, because what we can do is we can start moving some stuff underground. We can take advantage of the underground space that we have, so we can place some parking lots under here as well, to have access to. I think what we'll do is we'll kind of try and face these off the public road just to try and see if that will help save us some congestion. And so we'll build that maybe right to about there, and then it looks like we can place another lot maybe right around here, and we can use some one-way roads to kind of help again with traffic flow, so that way we can sort of place these nice and compact right through here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick, and then I'll be back in here in just a second. Alright, so I got our parking lots planned. I did add another world entrance tunnel here, and then if we want to, we can definitely leave the space open for now, but we can plan some more expansion on that side. The other thing we could maybe consider is, again, trying to make some more traffic management solutions here. So if we come through and possibly just add maybe like a turn off road here, and then we'll just place like another thin lane down here for a little bit, somewhere to probably around just maybe past where the parking lots are, and then we'll just have them sort of use the one-way system for this drop-off zone is basically what I'm thinking we'll put here. And then again, this should hopefully help with some traffic management, because then the through traffic will hopefully just exit when they want and where they want, and this should hopefully cause just some overall better traffic flow. I'm just going to remove, I think, these ones as well, and just use the one-way road. I don't know why that was always so hard for me to say. If you follow my City Skylines content, you know I struggle with that word a lot as well. So, and then we'll come through and we'll place some car stops. And again, we could probably have these maybe just a little bit further down here. somewhere kind of in this zone. Again, we're kind of really building up a lot of infrastructure here, and then this way it should hopefully help us in the long run by having all this sort of connected. We'll have a few taxi stands as well. Oops, wrong button there. And then we'll also just place a couple of the bus stops through here as well, just along here. And then I think it might even be worth planning a few subway entrances. So if we grab the subway entrance and just make sure that's facing the right way, we can sort of place these, maybe just one there as well, and that'll bring in some more passengers. And then we'll put the sidewalks here, and then we just need to also have sidewalk, I guess. Is it gonna let me drag? No. Very finicky where it lets you place it. So we'll have the sidewalks here as well. Again, I can do this here just off camera. All right, so we got that all planned out. I put a bunch of crosswalks through here as well, and sidewalks, so that should be all nice and walkable. People can get across. And then eventually we'll probably put in maybe like a check-in or arrivals area down here. Still kind of deciding that one, but we do have our general aviation stands available now, so we will go ahead and close all these as well. And then I think we can all mark them to be demolished at the same time, and so those will get removed. We do have a lot of money coming in now, so let's go ahead and build some of our objects here. So we'll build, come on, we'll build these here, and then we will take out this fence a little bit just to reposition it and keep all these little animals roaming around out of the way. And then we'll just sort of expand our fencing around these two units here and keep this nice and closed in. Looks like our contractors are already hard at work, which is great. And then we'll build in our new roads as well. So let's do our service roads here. We've already done the one side. We could probably just get away with doing service road. Maybe, truthfully, we could probably just sort of do something like this to get that connected, just like that, and then they should build the rest of the service road down there. And there is a emergency aircraft coming in, so we will go ahead and accept that, and it's going to need a stand, and I think we can fit it probably right. Oh, it needs planning right away. We should have a stand somewhere available. Let's just pause for a second, and we'll turn the auto planner off on this gate and just see, can we allocate that flight to that stand. So that's a medium aircraft stand. We maybe fit it into a small stand. This is one thing I was kind of worried about, is have an emergency, and it looks like we can confirm it here instead. So we'll go ahead and we'll just have to cancel this flight, unfortunately. And we'll place this emergency aircraft there. We'll confirm that because we don't want the penalty, and then we'll turn the auto planner back on for that gate. So something I should probably keep in mind is having some sort of gate available. But yeah, so that will come in and land. So that's why I want to slowly sort of change things over so that we don't run into any major issues. Just looking at what is down here, so we can go ahead and demolish this 100 low lead as well. We're just going to remove some of these extra roads and things, and we our fire truck to have access right now, so it's a good thing we didn't demolish the emergency response unit right away. So what we'll do is we'll come in back into our planning mode for now, and we'll just plan out some more terminal foundation. And I want to keep this hangar, so what we could do actually is we'll start to plan terminal here, and we'll keep it probably relatively thin, and it probably won't let me build over that until that is gone. But if we just kind of try and slide this down through here, and then just looking and seeing where that aircraft should be arriving soon, I kind of want to close this runway as well while we do this construction. So one other thing we could do, it's going to maybe back things up a little bit, but we'll kind of temporarily reconnect, or not really reconnect, we'll temporarily connect the other runway to our taxiway. So if we come into our taxiway foundation, and we will build a taxiway connection here, And then we'll also just get our path connected as well. And this should allow the other aircraft to use the runway. I think we're kind of at a point where we should have enough runway capacity to kind of allow for it. So let's just see, that aircraft should come in. And then once that taxiway is built, we can close this runway as well. We are actually getting close to having enough money to buy the new tile, which is great. So then we can kind of do that, and that'll let us do all our construction kind of in peace. So yeah, so I think we have a good plan there so far. I'm just going to take out that wall there so that doesn't get built, because we don't need that. And then what we could do is kind of come underneath and see, you know, this is where we have some space available to possibly look at building in like a new sort of check-in area as well, because once we move some of our small stands here, we can put medium stands up here for international flights. So we might be able to sort of coordinate. So let's come into terminal, and we'll make sure we're in planning mode again, and we'll just build some more under here. And then if we take sort of our crosswalk, we can sort of line it up in the front as well for some entrances. So we'll go ahead and do that as well right here. And then we'll need some doors so that people can get in and out as well. So we'll go ahead and grab the large doors, and we'll place a couple along the front here as well. These are a bit hard to see, but yeah, we'll kind of have multiple doors here. Let's just see how well stairs or escalators fit. So we can fit these sort of in behind here, and these will go right up into these zones. So let's maybe have one just kind of far down, because we want to sort of have these a little bit out of the way, I think. So let's have one up to, let's turn that around. We'll have that here, and then I think another one here as well. Those will go up into our gate areas, which is good. And yeah, I think I'm happy with that. There is another. I haven't had this many emergencies, so let's go ahead and second we'll accept. We should be able to schedule the emergency aircraft right afterwards. It is allowing me to place it here and confirm it, so let's hope that works. It looks like the other one has left the the terminal and is now headed to the hangar, so it's a good thing we have the hangar. It might have to sit on that stand for a little bit. As soon as this taxiway is finished, we can finally open things up. But of course, as soon as I start planning expansion, things get spicy. If we have the time and the space, what we could try and do is quickly... Actually, this medium hangar is available. It is open for commercial and all airlines, so I believe the small aircraft should be able to use that hangar as well. And it looks like this taxiway is now open and available, which is good. So I think what we could also do, just for a little bit of sake of traffic management, is maybe we should have a connection just right in here as well, and that allows some of the aircraft to taxi out for their departures through here as well. So let's just see, we kind of connect this path like so, and then maybe down here somewhere along this way, and we'll just have all the stands connected, and this should hopefully work. It's all of a sudden got really busy. This was supposed to be a nice quiet easy build for me today, but anyways, I always like a challenge. So let's connect all of these stands like so, and then I think I just want to kind of come in, right click, and we'll set as one way, and it should, yeah, have it go so that it's really only for departures. And if we just turn off the arrival, I think even too, that should work. And so we'll make it two-way, but yeah, there should be, sorry, not arrivals, departures. Oh my goodness. So it should be a departure only, not arrival. And same thing here. We'll do this as departure only, not arrival. Okay, good. And so same thing, if we just kind of maybe mark few of these sections. It should hopefully be what we want, and then we'll turn off departure here if it'll let me in some of them. So no departures that way, so they should hopefully kind of come inland, taxi in this way, and then they should come back out and depart that way is what I'm hoping they will do. And so all those taxiways are now available, so we will hopefully get these last few aircraft departing. What we could also do maybe is just, I will sever a taxiway connection up here, just so that these stands aren't connected to this runway anymore. And so they should hopefully take the other runway as well. So if we can actually just come back into that real quick, we'll just demolish all of these paths here for now. And then once everything is set to go, we should be fine. So a lot of little managing for the most part, but let's just see how, let's speed it up. We should get these last few aircraft to depart, which is good, and then we will close this runway as well, and hopefully this is the last aircraft to arrive, and then we'll see how this goes. Now these are complaining that they're not connected to a runway anymore, so let's just see. They are connected to this one. I'm not sure if it'll just switch over in a second and figure it out, or if I need to... There shouldn't be a limit on how many flights a runway can take. Let's go. We need to allow small aircraft on that runway, and that should hopefully, yeah, connect them all back. Okay, we're good. Alrighty, so this aircraft is still in there getting repaired, so I can't totally demolish all the taxiways yet, but we will get there eventually. So in terms of what we have left to do, I think I'll just go into a time lapse. We'll do some building, and yeah, then we'll definitely carry on here. I do see we do have the money now. We can unlock this tile, so we'll grab that so we can put in the new runway, so we can actually just thinking what I could actually do, to be honest, is reconnect this now and then just disconnect that one, and then we can set this runway to be demolished because we will replace it with a larger runway. We can also just probably go ahead and demolish all these taxiways if this demolished tool is going to like me. So we'll demolish all these. We'll mark this for demolition as well, and we'll get all this closed once I figure out how to use the demo tool. Anyways, and we'll finish our planning, and then I'll be back. Alright, so I did do a little bit of building off camera, and just, why is this, it's got a weird warning, that might be glitched. But yeah, I built this other runway here and got it open as well by having this tile available to us now. And yeah, we kind of teed off a lot of our airlines with running the single runway op, so they have pulled some flights, so we'll hopefully build back some trust and they'll bring back their flights. But we've disconnected the runways now. It's kind of back to the 2 runway ops. And downstairs we are starting to open up this terminal area as well. We do need to build some more access in here, but we're gonna grab a loan just so that we can get everything built because we are a little low on money and it's gonna create some problems for the airport. So we'll go ahead and get this terminal here built as well. Then we'll come down and we'll build this whole section here. And then once that's done, yeah, we can kind of open this up and get things moving. So yeah, we'll have to build a new check-in probably at some point, a new baggage claim as well. But that'll come probably a little bit later. So for now, let's just come in and we'll grab a, what am I looking for? Escalator and see where we can maybe get this somewhere in the airport, or at least, yeah, we're gonna need to find a way to get upstairs, but this terminal building is just not yet open, so I'm not entirely sure where this is gonna go. If I just keep going up and down, eventually maybe I'll figure it out. But yeah, maybe we'll just have to build a new check-in areas for now, and then we'll have to come back maybe a little bit later. So let's place down the check-in desks. We'll kind of place these all in a line here. I think will be kind of the best spot. We'll leave a tiny bit of space open for just passengers to be able to move around a little bit, and then we'll get our conveyor belts as well, and we'll get some down escalators and we'll hook these all up to the check-in desks. And yeah, oh, I guess they can actually go on both sides here. So we'll send these underground as well, and yeah, we'll probably reserve some of them for either terminal. So let's go ahead and grab our belts and we'll get these hooked up here, and then I'll be Alright, the check-in desks are built and connected. I did make a little bit of a boo-boo and realized that this baggage belt system was connected to the scanner here, so I had to route these ones over here off camera, but I've done it with high-speed conveyor belts just to get them over really quick. So hopefully we'll see passengers starting to come down here and use these check-ins. They're definitely are open. Flights are delayed, which is not always great to see. Staff wise, we are needing some more janitors. I did hire a few off camera as well, some other staff, just to kind of fill in some of the gaps, but we can definitely hire a few more. I've been kind of neglecting the janitors for a while, but this terminal is starting to get really big and our staff happiness is not the greatest. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on all these drop-offs as well, so that people will start using them. I have flipped the world entrance tunnels, so this here is an exit only, this here is an entrance only. I've left this one bi-directional, I think, for now. Nope, entrance only. All right, so there's only one exit, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. We can also always tunnel down one of these to the one below, and I think that might not be a bad idea to kind of place while we're here. And then we'll get to kind of the last bit of the episode where we'll get our new terminal hooked up. But let's get our public road tunnel down. And I guess we can probably hook that here, to be honest, and see where that pops out. Right there, which is good. And then we'll just grab our public road. and we'll hook that right into there like so. And yeah, we'll get our roads connected on that end as well. So we'll get that built. So in terms of customs, yes, what are we going to do? So truthfully, we actually can't build that yet. No, using it because we need to get these stands open and ready for our small airplanes, so we can close these stands and turn them into medium stands as well. So I guess we're not quite there yet. I could just see, so if we can maybe get build plan objects, we might as well see if we can get this built, and we're not gonna have enough money for all of them. Let's see how many we can do. They're 30,000, so we can get all but one for now. So let's just go into fast forward, let that run for a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately the hit and money, and some airlines are maxing out their capacity again. Some haven't quite yet. They're still not too terribly pleased with us. I mean, in terms of functioning the airport, everything should be running fine now. The only thing we really had issues with was pretty heavy delays. We could almost come into our economy tab, and in terms of our fees, we could take down the passenger handling fee. And what else could we maybe do? There should be some landing fees. Yeah, so we'll take down maybe the medium aircraft and the small aircraft fees by $100 and see if that maybe wins us some customers back. We're probably going to make them kind of upset again when I go ahead and close all these gates. So there'll be a little bit of a transition period along there. I'm just going to hop into planning mode real quick, and I'm just going to plan out a tiny bit more terminal space for the small gates here, just because I think we're going to need it. And we can definitely add things over here like bathrooms and shops as well, you know, keep our passengers happy at the same time. So we'll get that queued up for construction as well. And in terms of getting this final bit of stuff built, we can definitely get that stand built and then have that wall done as well. So those will all be available. I think in terms of functionality though, we're gonna have to turn them off for now because I don't want them planned quite yet with the auto planner, because we just don't have the availability. So I'll turn that off. I don't know so much the availability. We don't have the gates set up yet, so we're gonna need boarding gates and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna need doors for airside access too. So yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of time. Let's just see our walkable areas. I should be able to walk along there. I'm just wondering about this one here with that escalator possibly being in the way. We do have the other one, however, so we could possibly mark that one to be taken down. But let's go ahead and just build the rest of this terminal. And then I'm going to rotate the screen so I can see. And we can basically just copy paste our existing gate setup over here. So I think we'll probably go ahead and do that. And I can never really see. Let's go into plan again. We'll just get these planned for now. In terms of how we want to do this, actually is blocking. So I think what we're going to do is step out of planning mode real quick. We'll get the doors in place for boarding. So we'll do large doors at each sort of crosswalk. It does make it really hard to see with that zone on. There we go. Toggle that off, thankfully. So we'll get the doors placed here, and I guess we'll place a big one there and just kind of see how that goes. But yeah, we'll probably have to make our own little gate setup here. So let's grab a desk and we'll get the automated boarding gates. And again, I think we just need one for the small aircraft, and then we'll copy paste at least the seating arrangements, because I think we can sort of just rotate those around, and those are already colored the right way. So let's just kind of place these a bit compact like so. Seems how this area is going to get kind of busy, so we'll have that set up like that. We'll go into copy paste, and then we'll go back into planning mode real quick, because we're just going to make sure we don't spend all our money right away, and get these kind of just placed as they can be if things don't fit because of you know, constraints. I think I'm going to take out this escalator. I think it's just kind of getting in the way. And maybe we'll replace some of these with some elevators instead, just to kind of give us the room that we need. But yeah, I think once we have those check-in desks or these boarding gates done, we should be good to go in terms of getting these open. They don't need to be connected to arrival runway, not connected. They are turned off. These are also set to general aviation right now, so let's make sure we switch those over to passenger. And then we'll have to connect them to the baggage bay over here, but we will have to deconnect these ones. So it'll be a bit of a process in terms of getting that set up. But yeah, I think what we'll do for today is we'll call the episode there. And when we come back the next time, we'll continue this expansion. We'll get these gates open. We'll get our international terminal set up. And yeah, we'll really get things kind of fleshed out and finished. So thanks for joining me today, guys. Didn't want to make this episode too long. We'll catch you next time. So take care and bye-bye.